be like not so much of a news show, so it's probably gonna be like maybe no longer than a half an hour episode of WFSO After Dark. Um, just talk about a little bit of wrestling news we're gonna talk about tonight. Then Buck signing and releasing somebody. So we all gonna get into that in a bit. But thanks for joining us on WFSO Aftermath. Either if you're watching on Twitch or you're watching on YouTube. And also for you guys that's watching the pre-recorded version of the show, mainly we just gonna talk about a couple of news that just rang off first. So we're gonna click on this like because there's like been rumors all today just saying like Brock Lesnar maybe coming back. They say on Raw, which I was back and forth watching Raw and watching the Bucks game, that they kind of hinted something that Brock will be coming back. So there's a lot of reports that's out there today that's saying about him coming back. So of course he hasn't been seen since I think it was his fight with Cody, and I think that was at SummerSlam. So that I think that was the last time he was seen, and he's part of the investigation with Vince McMahon. So yeah, oh he was referenced in the civil lawsuit. Okay, so of course he was part of that. So yeah, because they were okay, they were saying there was plan for him to put in 2024 Royal Rumble. Then it was changed the last minute because of the controversy with Vince McMahon. Um, they wanted him and Gunter to face off at WrestleMania 40, but that plan didn't goes well. And there's still a chance that they could probably do that for WrestleMania 41 if they wanted to. For now, we're hearing that The Rock may not be able to be on WrestleMania 41 due to like movie commitments. And plus, at the time they call it the USFL now, the merger of the United States Football League and XFL combined. And I don't even think that's what it's called. I think it's called something else. So because he probably had some commitments to that as well. But yeah, that would be like interesting, like to see if there anyway. Hey, what's going on? No. Um, but yeah, with Brock possibly coming back, if they're trying to wait it out, in my opinion, I would probably would say maybe maybe make his return in Survivor Series, maybe do something like that. But it's like, who will he go after? Will he go after Gunter or wherever the case may be? Who knows? Hey, thanks for the subscribe. Thank you very much. Um, but yeah, this should be interesting. Like when they're gonna bring Brock Lesnar back, and like I said, like it really don't bother me either way if he like comes back or not. But I think he. Will you think there'll be a rivalry like WCW and WWF again? Um, I think if AEW, finally gets their act together, I think there's a good chance that there could be like a WWE AEW rivalry. So I think that can happen. It just AEW just need to like get their act together. And I was actually a little bit entertained about tonight's AEW show. So John Moxley and the BCC doing their own, being on a rampage and something and working for like a higher boss they claim. Then you got MVP, trying to recruit Swerve Strickland. So I think they claim that this will be a new era of AEW, but I'm hoping that it is. So I don't want no follow ups or anything like that. So it's starting to get a little bit more of my interest about the way they was going, and plus what I was reading from from Wrestle Dream. Although I only saw like parts of it, I didn't see all of it. But yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna get somewhere like very interesting. Anyways, I know I gotta catch up with NXT, so I know I gotta do that. So hopefully sometime, either today or tomorrow, get that chance. It is so much better for the fans to have that competition. Well, I think we're like in a different day and age that because you got a lot of people that's like we just enjoy all wrestling. Like we don't care about who's watching who or whatever like that. But I'm hoping like this will change a lot for AEW. To step up, which I think right now with the storylines that's going on so far, it looks like it's a little bit of the right direction. Um, but yeah, yeah. Speaking of the AEW, I do want to talk about this little information. What do y'all think about that match between Shelton Benjamin and Leo Rush? I thought it was pretty good. Um, let's talk about of course, Powerhouse has been missing from AEW programming since last April, or he tore a tendon during his his IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match against then champion John Moxley. So let's see. Oh wow, he was on the Kevin Ask podcast. So okay, yeah, okay. It says he's been cleared. So I guess the matter of the time is like when they're gonna bring him in. So and they claim they got like all these signings and stuff like that. Um, Especially you finally got return of Adam Cole during the this past weekend's pay per view event. So yeah, there's a lot of people that they can bring back in AEW that have been out of action, or some people that they sign. So AEW has a lot going on that they just need to calculate on. And I think right now, since like Wrestle Dream, I don't know how it did good in like ratings or anything like that, or how the crowd was. But I think I'm just basing it from what I saw tonight, and I'm thinking like they're heading in the right direction. So I hope they don't like have one good week, then suddenly they fumble it like the next couple of weeks. So I'm hoping that it goes well for AEW. Like I don't wish ill will on any company. I hope all like companies to succeed and like to see something doing good and give WWE some competition. But I'm saying that maybe it will get somewhere with AEW, but some of the hardcore fans are like getting not liking it, and especially like you got your stars that started with you from day one. Like it's like the only one that they was pushing from their own stars that ever have like a world champion is MJF. I know like MJF was in like WWE for like little stunts and stuff like that, but I'm just saying like Ashley, started with AEW. But trying to think so yeah, Nikki Bella's husband or ex-husband won the custody battle. So the kind of like questions of what's Nikki Bella, well Nikki Garcia has been, so was her husband like right about what what she's been doing to him or the injuries that he suffered? I know we talked about a little bit about that. I think like about maybe a couple weeks ago. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is another one that I want to read into. Like AEW got all these big guys, and it's just like, are they going to actually like use these guys? So let's see. AEW has struggled to capitalize efficiency booking big men on their roster with stars like Warlow losing crazy amounts of momentum and having lackluster title runs instead. Bully Ray and Mark Henry addressed the issue in a recent episode of Busted Open Radio and explained that the poor booking isn't the fault of the stars or the slightest. I agree, it's not the stars' fault. Like you had somebody like all the momentum, and I ain't gonna lie, Vince McMahon is kind of guilty of this too. Like you got some of these big mans like, and of course Vince McMahon is a favor of big man anyway. But like if you have like big man, you need to calculate on that. Like just show some dominant people. So okay, let's see. Miro is gone. So listen, the Miro experiment at AEW did not work at all, and it's not because of Miro. Bully opened up. Henry brought that Warlow and asked Bully's opinion on his run, and well, with the veteran also described as another failed experiment that wasn't his fault. Henry then noted how several AEW main event stars are undersized, and that this should mean that the bigger athletes never reach on top. Henry also noted that Saham Sin hasn't been seen in a long time and described as a giant as an unbelievable attraction. Who you think should get more time at AEW? Which I do agree. I just don't understand the prejudice against the big guys. Henry noted. Then Henry suggested that a few options Tony Khan could utilize in his booking, such as gimmick matches that only include the larger athletes. Um, Bully added that he's been complaining about this issue for a long time and noted that Khan handling it of the big athlete isn't good and is wasting talent. The veteran even noted that if Warlow somehow wasn't talented, he was over. Because Goldberg wasn't that talented when he began either, but he was over, and Eric knew, well, they mean Eric Bischoff, Eric knew how to market him, and AEW don't know how to market Warlow. Which, like, I agree, I'm not saying, like, have, all these big men always dominating in the scenes and always had, like, a world title, but I think he right that there are certain like sides of talent that should not. Well, I shouldn't say they shouldn't hold the belt, but they should at least be like having them like doing something like just see how like a guy that's like a giant or something like that, and have them hold the goal and see how some things have changed. So it does depends how, and they are right that it does depends how you market the big guys that you got, and it's like I understand y'all going with these guys that's like undersized or something like that because it's good to see like the guys that's undersized actually win a title or win matches and stuff like that. So there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like you're doing it like a little bit too much. It's like Carl Hobbs, he was over, and it's like why he's not getting the the world title and stuff like that. And we all wanted like Powerhouse Hobbs to be the first like black champion, but it ended up going to, of course, Square Strickland, which ain't nothing like bad said about him, but it just would be good to see like big guys like in competition. Like it's good that you see like I know I'm kind of repeating myself like a broken record, but there's at least like one time have like a dominant champion that is a big guy and like run with it. I just really, really just don't get Tony Khan. I'm like, is he playing the role by the fans because of like the talent, but you can't have a big guy that has talent and can't like run with it? So it just it's just insane. Like I kind of understand, why Vince McMahon did it with like big guys and like because some of them like he is a marketable genius when it comes to big guys, so I give him that. But if fans is like behind like a certain star, like you run with it. And I think that's what they fell in on AEW is like if you had like stars that's like the fans like behind and stuff, like run with it. Especially if like the villains that you can hate so much, you run with it. It's kind of like what it was with MJF for having that that long world title run, and it's just like it's just crazy. Okay. Oh, this was interesting. Let's talk about we already know Jordan Grace is like probably gonna be end up signing with WWE probably sometime in next year. Well, WWE wants her to sign with him, and plus the trial runs they did, this year's Royal Rumble and couple of NXT couple of matches at NXT and plus their NXT PLE event, which was very good. Yeah, they say her contract will expire in early 2025. And yeah, Jonathan Gresham, let's see. Oh, he's gonna be a free agent next year too. So, oh, they don't know if it's time frame of him getting let go. If his contract ends, don't even know because you know they could come like a package deal. So why not? Well, yeah, this give him like a multi deal, like because I think Jonathan Gresham will be successful in WWE because I think he had a lot of success in Ring of Honor, and maybe maybe AEW may sign him, put him in Ring of Honor, and have him. But then again, they had him in AEW once before, but they didn't do much with him. So yeah, that's just crazy. But but yeah, they didn't do like a back and forth thing with some that like NXT talent like go to TNA or he'll be TNA, but then didn't go to like NXT yet, so they didn't do that. But I wonder there's something they could be wait, okay, this is interesting. So while Gresham hasn't worked in NXT yet as part of a working relationship between the brand and TNA, he was spotted backstage on in NXT Battleground back in June when Grace wrestled Perez. Those close to the situation said Gresham has made positive impressions on WWE officials in the past, but it remains unclear whether WWE has any interest in signing them. Well, I'll be like TNA, in my opinion, like they try with the gimmicks and stuff like that, but they're not doing much with them either. So they haven't done much with them like how Ring of Honor has done with them. And I'm thinking that excuse me, there there's some of these scars, some of these stars that you really just gotta like really like put them out there and see what happens because you never know. Jonathan Gresham is that good. So I don't want him to be like. I just hope like he'll be won't be treated if he end up going to WWE. Just hope he doesn't be treated like Apollo Crews is and like good talent, but WWE doesn't have a clue what to do with him. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of like worried about, and then just hoping it doesn't like get that way. Um, let's see. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. The COO of Ring of Honor, Joe Koff, passed yesterday. So it was all over like social media. So it's just too bad, Ring of Honor didn't like go on his own. They had to be bought out by AEW, which AEW doesn't have a clue what to do with that brand either. You have a women's champion Athena, which I got my own opinions about her, but hold to have the title in 2 years and not even being out there on AEW like you are with your Ring of Honor champion, Mark Briscoe. So And I'm saying like there was no competition for her in Ring of Honor, and she can't even defend. Can't even like let go of the title. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Oh, okay. So he died off of cancer. So Jokoff died from cancer. Okay. So that explains it. Pro Wrestling Illustrated announced their top 10 of 2024 PWI's Women 250. So, and their magazine, they're gonna release the men very soon. So there's probably gonna be sometime next month that they're gonna announce the men and the women of top 250. But I think the bad thing is like they doing it like now, and they should have like do it in January. So speaking of which, we might end up doing our own thing, like doing like a I would say maybe a top 20 or something like that. So we're probably will do something like that, like in January. That's something like an idea. So if y'all in favor of an idea, do it like a man's top 20 and a woman's top 20. Just let me know. I'll like make a video and put it out there and go from there. So just let me know. Let's see. Let's see this. Yeah, yeah, and poor AJ Styles. I don't know if these rumors and stuff, but I'm not gonna believe it till I like hear it. He returned last week and suddenly he got injured. So okay, so a fan thought that his injury was actual work, which some of us probably did believe that AJ Styles' injury was actually work, but it actually is an injury. So it's called a lymphatic injury. Look it up. It sucks. I thought when I took my boot off, I would have a bone sticking out of my foot. So yeah, apparently it's a real injury, and apparently no worries, just a given update. So and they said this injury is like going to take him up to a year to fully crap. That's not what I wanted to do. It'll take him up to a year for him to fully recover. So I never heard his injury or anything like that. So I don't know much about the foot injury that he has. With as you know, it's called the France. So I'm not even sure. So I can't like speculate on like anything about it because apparently according to him, it's like a painful injury. Yeah, you never know with some of these injuries because could be like end up injured and suddenly just you're out for a certain amount of time, maybe even longer. Which maybe he'll make a speed recovery because you know how athletes are. For him being an athlete, he probably be back. Let's see, let's say sometime. I'm gonna guess like maybe around King of the Ring or King or Queen of the Ring if they have it, or I'll say somewhere around May or June he'll probably be back. So that would be my guess because these athletes can really surprise people on how well their rehab is going with their injuries and things like that. So some of these wrestlers could amaze you. And yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I think that we probably will, and talk about like wrestling from here. Because there's really ain't like much to after this. There's really not much to talk about. So we're just gonna skip from there and let's talk about a little bit of Bucks news. Um, apparently, as y'all see on here in this screen, so we're gonna talk about a little bit about the Bucks before we end the show. Milwaukee Bucks just signed a Rice Lake native, former Marquette star Henry Ellison. I did hear about this guy, and I Oh yeah, just also he was a 6'10" forward, but they signed him into a Exhibit 10 contract, so they can either like have a two-way deal with him or clears the way for him to sign with the Wisconsin Herd if he's waived. Kind of same thing what they doing with Terrence Davis because they did waive him today. He was signed to like an Exhibit 10 contract with the just playing with the practice squad. And so yeah, Terrence Davis did get waived today, so most likely he might just end up going to the he might end up just going to the G League, the Wisconsin Herd. So yeah, the Bucks got like one game tomorrow. Well, their final game of the preseason with the Dallas Mavericks. So it'll be interesting to see, and should be back in time to watch that. And plus, cool enough. Sunday they do got their practice scrimmage that they're gonna show like people that's there. But oh, okay. So I mean, like he's okay. Everson was the number 18 pick in the 2016 draft by Detroit. Yeah, I remember that. He played 83 NBA games from 2016 to 21 with the Pistons, the Knicks, the Nets, and Toronto Raptors. Last played in the league on March 14th, 2021. He has been overseas since. So, maybe they're, playing, if they sign him to a two-way, maybe he'll go smaller. Who never knows? Okay, so Everson, who will be the fourth player since the start of September, the Bucks have signed to Exhibit 10 deals. Previous signees is Hideo Baji, Philip Austin, and Terrence Davis were quickly waived. The contracts do not count against Bucks off-season rosters, and once released, they can sign with a G League affiliate. So it's like, so the team want to keep Ellison in a two-way, and they had to release Stanley Ure, Ryan Rollins, or Injustice Peneskis. I was thinking that they probably would release and then Possexis and sign Leon Robbins to like a two-way deal because I think like and I know some of these YouTubers were saying it too and I agree with them that Leon Robbins had outplayed Penizendix on the floor than anything. So I guess like if I were them like on the Ryan Rollins would be a hard one to let go too because he's been doing so good in the preseason game, especially he was doing good in the summer league as well. Cindy Uday, I don't know because they really didn't play him that much, and he's so so. So what they probably end up, releasing both Penzendix and Stanley Umbe and sign, Elliston and sign Leon Robbins. Because they really gonna need this center because they can't use this three man big man power trip for a center. You got Giannis that's not gonna play that much center, and you got Bobby Portis. He's okay with playing center, but his offense, did get a little better, but his defense is okay. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough when it comes to like an actual game or defend like bigger man like Joe Embiid or something like that. I do gotta laugh at this too. There's uh there's like things out there where Joel Embiid is not gonna play any more back to back games. So yeah, the 76ers are doomed if he's not gonna end up playing back to back games and it's just crazy. Like people you got some players, complaining about, playing like a lot of games and stuff like that. And it's like you're in the NBA, what you expect? Like you get your summers off and stuff like that and you can relax then. It's like I don't know. I just wish I was in the NBA. I'll be happy with the playing schedule if I get to play. If I get hurt, it happens. But I don't know. That's just me. But I think Leon Robbins should get that spot. If they're gonna let go of Injetis Penasingix. But who knows? Maybe they will go with Ellison. Maybe they'll let go two of their two ways and have like Ellison and Kazandix, no, Ellison and Robbins play. So that would be like interesting. And plus, you have a hometown favorite like sign in the two way, and it'll be good to see what he does. You never know. I don't know, but I guess we'll see what they do. If news comes up about this, I will talk about it more, and we'll go from there. And I'm gonna talk about a little bit of Milwaukee development news, but I think nobody hasn't posted on there, but maybe like a local station did. I guess they just talk about the update of the venue that they're making. The reason I'm talking about a little bit about this venue that they're doing nearby the Pfizer Forum is like there's a big possibility you can have you know besides like concerts and stuff like that, you can have events like a TNA or like a wrestling event like going on in this, because it's like it's gonna be mostly standing, and half of it's gonna be you're gonna be having like seats and stuff like that. So big possibility they can have like TNA can host an event like that, and that they can work in that building. So the building doesn't have a name yet, and they are constructing it. It's been like since May they've been constructing it. Although they had to took 2 weeks off because of the RNC. But anyways, they kind of hinted that they did gain some interest in people that want to put something in that area where the Bradley Center used to be, and that's where the new building that they're going to be done with by next year or late next year. So we're yeah, they're going to get done with that. There's other things that I know there's possibly talk about putting a hotel in that area, but they can put like some other stuff if they want to there too. But yeah, but we was hoping that with the construction and stuff like that, when it started with their district with Pfizer Forum and all the other stuff like was around it, we was hoping all the stuff would have got done by in let's see, it's 2024 now, so we was hoping they was get done, maybe like 2026 or 2027. So it's probably gonna be they probably still can, but I think it's gonna be like a little bit later when they're gonna get things like done with that district. Like because they adding a lot of stuff in there. There's gonna be like a dentist that's gonna be in the area too. And the Kumbro store is there. um you got one hotel there already, and you're going to build another one. Then you're going to have something for MATC, which is Milwaukee Area Technical College, like their sports facility. They're going to have that there. So there's a lot of interesting things that's going to be happening in their district. So although it looks like it's like halfway done now, which it is, and I guess we'll just wait to see. So if there's more reports about this hotel or the announcement of it that's going to be talked about, we will have it on here too. So check us out right here on YouTube and also on Twitch. Anyways, thank you guys for like watching. For you guys on Twitch, thank you for watching, and please follow us on here. Right now we're just gonna be streaming exclusively on WFSO 2. Like sooner or later I will get figure out the first WFSO, so we can end up doing both WFSO 1 and 2 on there. So we will figure that out sooner or later. For you guys that's watching on YouTube, thank you for watching, and thank you for the likes, you guys. And please, if you like content like this, like talk about wrestling, Milwaukee Bucks, comic book, movies, and TV news, and Milwaukee development, you will like this channel. So please like and subscribe. Don't forget tomorrow to check out an all new episode of WFSO Exclusive that's gonna be on around this time at 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Also check out like our other shows. You got WFSO Top 10 that's every Monday at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern. Of course, you got WFSO Aftermath that's going to be on every Sunday, so we should be back on our regular time this Sunday. Of course, you got this WFSO After Dark. And other programs we got like coming up ahead, but I think there's no other no pay per view. The only like pay-per-view that's gonna be going on would be next week would be TNA's Bound for Glory. So I think that's the only one that's gonna be going on. So I may do a watch along, but I'm not gonna do like I did with Bad Blood, because one of my channels ended up getting banned for that. So I probably would do like tell you about the winners and losers and stuff like that. So yeah, but thank our sponsor, the Toy Dimension. Of course they sell like comic books, action figures, and collectibles and things like that. So get a chance to check them out. They're on 5925 West North Avenue in Milwaukee. You want more information about them, or if you want to become a sponsor yourself, you can check out the website, wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com. Check out the sponsor page for all that information, and also check out like our the upcoming events that's going on around the Midwest with like wrestling shows and just mainly like wrestling shows, meet and greets, and things like that. Also, check out, we got pictures on there. We talk about butts content and all the other videos that we got posted on there too. So, some of our past videos. So, you get a chance, check out the website. But once again, thank you guys for watching. Until the next video, you guys have a good night. If you're watching like during the day, have a good day. So, until then, you have a good one.